Welcome to Estelupa Studio, and today I'll be taking you through how I made this lovely lettered Ashoke slippers as one of the projects for the secondary school students I teach. Now this is easy to make and beginner friendly. So if you're ready, let's go right into the lecture. These are the items needed for this project. You need a mallet to bind your project together well after gumming. You need an hammer, scissors, of course, then sole. This is a foreign sole. You can get whatever sole you like, and this is gotten from the original sole. The cutout was done previously before the video. Now this is shoe last for drafting your patterns and for setting it out on the sole later. Then you need a pen, then Ashoke, but you can use the fabric of your choice, any fabric of your choice. I have a bow stick, and I call these short nails shoemaker nails. I don't know what you know it as. And finally, the patterns that were cut out initially before the video. So this is just how the pattern is going to sit on the sole. It's going to be 3-piece slippers. Now it's time to wrap the leather with the fabric. I'll be placing this diagonally because I want all the colors of the Ashoke to be obvious. Mind you, while cutting out your fabric, make sure you leave at least half an inch at both sides of the leather, just as you can see in the video. I'm leaving at least half an inch on the right side and on the left side. That just means you're going to make your fabric a bit wider than the leather. And this is to make your wrapping easy. Your fabric should not be shorter than the leather, and it should not be the same size, the same measurement with your leather, to ensure easy wrapping. Now the next thing I'll be doing is to apply gum on the leather. When you're applying gum on your leather, apply gum on the right side, that is the good side of your leather. That is where you'll be applying gum on, and then you'll be applying gum on the wrong side of your fabric, the right side of your leather and the wrong side of your fabric. When applying gum on your fabric, make sure you do not soak your leather with gum, because when you soak your leather with gum, it will definitely show on the other side and it will make your project very messy. So you just have to apply gum just lightly. You apply it lightly on your fabric. I will leave it out to dry. Now it is dried, and I'll be gumming the leather together with the fabric. Just cutting out the excess fabric that I have. The next thing is to wrap up. So you apply gum first, not just on the leather and on the sides, on both sides of the fabric. again, like I always say, do not soak your work with gum. So when it is dried, not too dried per se, then that is when you can wrap. And mind you, when you want to dry your project, you can touch it. Make sure it's a little sticky but not wet, because if it is too dried, it will not gum very well. It might gum and a few minutes later it will come open. But when it is a bit sticky, then you'll know that it's going to gum well. So after wrapping, I used mallet to hold it together. So now I've wrapped it and I repeated the same process, all the processes from the beginning for the remaining patterns. The next thing now is to cover up the rough side where we wrapped the other edge that is sewing. So I'll be applying gum on all the outside, the rough side of the pattern. Just apply your gum lightly, not too much. Also apply gum on the leather. I'm using synthetic leather or fox for the lining. You can see that I'm just applying the gum lightly because I'm still going to sew. So I just need the gum to be enough to hold both parts together. Then my machine will sew. Now I leave it out to dry. They are dried now, and I'll be gumming everything together. All the patterns, I'll be gumming them with the lining, just to cover up the rough side. When doing this, ensure you leave some space between each pattern, because just after sewing you're going to cut out. If they are too close together and you want to cut out, you might cut out on your fabric, and you wouldn't want that. So just leave little spaces between your patterns, that when you want to cut out after sewing, it will be easy. And I'm cutting it out, so that I'll be left with a little piece be able to take and sew. So I'm keeping the remaining leather and I'm taking this to the machine to sew. I'm going to be sewing at the edges. I'll be using black thread for the sewing because the lining is black, so I need a matching color. Now let's go and sew. Now when you want to sew, ensure you sew close to the edge, very close to the edge, not off the edge, but very close to the edge. Now I'm finally done sewing, and the next thing to do is to cut out each piece. So now it will be easy to cut out and not cut on my fabric, because I left little spaces in between each pattern. After cutting out everything, the next thing to do is to trim the side. And while cutting, you tilt your scissors a bit, you tilt it so that you can cut it very well. The leather, you cut it in such a way that it won't show outside. So it will be better to tilt your scissors a bit. Now I'm going to trim out every piece, every pattern. But be careful while cutting. You cut close, but you make sure you don't cut through your fabric. I've trimmed everything. Now I'll be trying it out, how it's going to look. Yeah, this is how it's going to look. But because I don't want this video to be too long, this will be stopping or ending right now in a few seconds. So watch out for the second part of the video. But I'll be taking that with the students, because this project is for them. So the next video will be with the students, where I'll be setting out the pattern on the sew. Now if you like what you've seen, please subscribe and like this video. You can also download and share. Thank you for watching.